What's up, JT Gunner here, and I'm back with another episode of HoloCure. So last time we were playing as Sana, and I actually did pretty well, I feel, as Sana. That said, I kinda messed up, kinda got myself caught in a couple of hordes of enemies. Or rather, I just sort of got ganged up on, and yeah, I died twice, but I'm gonna do another run with Sana. I feel like I'm doing well with her, so I'll just give her another shot. So let's do it. Hope you guys are doing well, and hopefully we can actually make a full run. I'd like to eventually make a full run. I know that's going to take a few more upgrades, though. I haven't totally got a lot of the permanent upgrades, and that's really what you want to do, but I'm also trying to save up for the character gacha, because still 2 characters so far that I need to unlock, which are Crony and Iris, so I'd like to unlock them. You like it? Astrology. There we go. I actually really like Crony. You know, I think she's my favorite council member. So I'd really like to unlock her, but of course this game uses a sort of an in-game gacha system where you have to spend coins on characters, and you're not guaranteed one. I think they might be introducing a feature that sort of lets you just straight up buy one, if I remember reading the developer's Twitter correctly, but I could be wrong on that. That would be nice, but like, I also don't mind the gacha in this game because, well, I mean, it's not using real money, so it's like, no harm, no foul if you get a duplicate. Because of worst, well, when you get a duplicate, all that does is just upgrade one of the existing character's stats, so really, you still benefit in a way, even if you don't get the character you want. And I know they're gonna add the Hololive gamers next in this game, so that's Corone and a few others. I'm really looking forward to playing as Corone. I really love Corone. She's like one of the few VTubers that I wish I understood Japanese so I could understand what she's saying, because I see like the translated clips and stuff, and she just does the funniest stuff. I know before I really got into watching Hololive, I just watched clips of Corone, and you know, I'd be heavily entertained by them. But yeah, so I don't know what to talk about. I guess I'm gonna go see a movie later this week. Gonna go see Bullet Train. That's the one with Brad Pitt, and he's on the bullet train. I'll let you know how that is. That looks pretty entertaining, so I'm gonna want to see it, and hope it's a good one. Last movie I saw was Easter Sunday, starring Joe Coy. I already talked about that in previous episodes. Not really much more I could say about that, other than, you know, it's really good to see a Filipino-American cast in a Filipino-American movie, sharing Filipino-American culture, and it's just nice to see. Now, I'm not going to go too much more into that. I've already done that. Go watch some of the previous HoloCure episodes if you want to hear my thoughts on that. But yeah, it's just nice. It's not my favorite movie in the world. I'm not going to say it's like a cinematic masterpiece, because it quite frankly isn't, but I mean, it's not a bad movie either, in my opinion. So, I'm just gonna grab all this stuff. Psycho Axe, hell yeah. I really like the statue of Iago here, it's funny. Anyway, I'm almost able to grow big. There we go. There we go, alright. We just crush everybody. Sana's invincible when she's big, so that really helped. It's a really good ability. Uh-oh. Careful. Let's pick all this shit off the ground. Get stronger. Level up. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright. We juked him. There we go. So, I've been playing Overwatch again recently. I'm pretty sure you guys know that by now. Some of those videos are up on the channel. I just realized something. It's not much longer till Overwatch 2 comes out. Like, it comes out in October, and it's almost the end of August, so gravity level 2. But yeah, it's like, wow. It'll be the end of an era because Overwatch 1 will be replaced by Overwatch 2. I everyone's gonna have Overwatch 2 if they have access to the original Overwatch. I guess that's kind of why I've been getting back into it, because I've been interested in trying Overwatch 2. Like, I have played the open beta, those videos are on the channel. I did 3 videos plus a live stream of it. So if you want to check that out, you know where to look. You'll probably try to remember to place the title card in this area. Not title card, but YouTube card that'll link you to that playlist. And I'll be sure to put a drawing of my thumbnail on the video too, this video, to sort of remind myself that yes, I need to provide that link. I know Overwatch isn't everyone's cup of tea, but it's still a game I enjoy. I know I've already spoken in defense of me playing that game before, so I'm not going to go too much into that. You just sort of get to a point where you sort of start to enjoy things regardless of how people perceive you of doing that. Tack up. There we go. I think that'll help out more. Like, I've dealt with some freaks that need to touch grass that'll freak out if you enjoy the things they don't like. It's like that meme, that old-ass meme, that image macro of the kid. He's like leaning over the table. He's got like an angry face. He's like, stop liking what I don't like. Yeah, I mean, people do that, and it's frankly stupid, but there you go. Like, a lot of people just don't like things and don't want other people to enjoy those things. It's even worse if that dislike is politically motivated. Like, I've known people who are, like, on one end of the political spectrum or the other, especially, like, those with far-right sensibilities, that don't like things and get angry if you like said things because they're too woke or too censored or whatever, and it's ridiculous. Don't ask me why, I was dealing with the far-right folk. That's a long story in and of itself. Huh. Let's just say people used to not be so bad, or at least they kept how bad they were hidden, and just proved themselves to be bad enough to where even other right-wingers just got tired of their bullshit. Sort of makes me want to think about how they think of current political events, sort of. Because let's just say, there's lots of things people have done politically, in America especially, that, advocating for this kind of behavior would get you frowned upon. Holy shit. Damn it, why am I dying? Shit. Oh, fuck, I'm fucked. Okay, yep, that's it. I should have got that burger upgrade, I didn't. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so, we're gonna retry. I'm gonna try to do better, I promise. Oh boy. I just want to make a full run, but I also understand that's gonna probably be a bit. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen my Vampire Survivors video. I didn't do so well in that game because I mostly just started playing that game, so I didn't really know a whole lot about it. Didn't really make use of the upgrade system, but you do need to make use of the upgrade system to last a while in that game. I thought about doing another video of that game. It's just that I've sort of progressed far enough in that game, where it's like, I don't know how to really explain where I am and how I got to be there in Vampire Survivors. Well, I guess I could just say, I just kept playing and got all these upgrades, but it's a fun game to play, and it's a fun game to, like, sort of waste my time. It's like, can I really commentate on this? Maybe I might do, like, one more video on that game. Because, like, really, when you really get your weapons upgraded, and when you really, like, have, like, all the permanent upgrades, just, like, the amount of damage you can do to, like, the enemies, it's, like, it's amazing, honestly. It's like you're totally just blowing enemies away, and then, like, the enemies will totally just, like, swarm you. They will basically fill up the entire screen, and you're just sort of blasting them all away with your weapons. You know, it's really fun. Wonder if this game will get that crazy. I'm pretty sure it does. It's just I've never made it past... Well, really, I struggle making it past, what, 10-15 minutes? I don't know how long a run of this game lasts. I would imagine 30 minutes, because that's how long you last in Vampire Survivors, basically. Well, then again, Vampire Survivors sort of has, like, this hard ending where, you know, after 30 minutes, you know, all the enemies on screen disappear and death shows up to kill you. And that's sort of like the end of the run. You can kill death, but I think death will sort of reappear to kill you again if you manage to kill death, which is really hard. That's kind of what you need to do to unlock an unlockable in that game, is kill death. Like, I tried it before. I think I mentioned this in this series before. You know, trying to kill death. Like, there's a special technique to do it. It's just really hard and really time-consuming, because you do have to wait like 30 minutes to do it. And so it's like... full meal. Anyway, it's like... after 2 attempts of trying to kill death in Vampire Survivors, it's like, I really don't want to do this again. It's taking too long, and I'm getting too little out of it. It's like, I need to find a better way online or something. But Vampire Survivors is a good game, and it's a rather inexpensive one on Steam too, so definitely do give that game a try if you're in the market for something mindless. Mindless in a good way, that is. Get this. Anyway, I got my ult ready, so I keep calling it an ult. I guess I have Overwatch on the brain. I mean, they basically are like ults, so yeah, fucking make use of it. Those Takodachis are trying to wreck me anyway. Sana is big, and Sana is invincible. Invincible, not evincible. I can't speak. I don't even speak like that in Australia. Anyway, wow, Sana is not really giving me much opportunities for an Australian jokes. They gave me Australian jokes. But, I don't know. Holobomb, sure. Holobombs are funny. They just look like packages. Anyway, fighter cooking. I'm doing pretty good, I think. Oh, another anvil. That Takodachi, leave me alone. I got another orbit. I don't know if I'll be able to last 30 minutes in this run. That'd be great if I could last 30 minutes. I guess the only downside is, if I last a long time, it's gonna make this video really long, and I don't know if you guys want to watch a really long video of me doing this. I don't know. I don't get a lot of viewer retention, so I really need to do something about that. Probably need to make shorter videos, honestly. 30 minutes is a very long time to try to entertain people, honestly. Thought about doing 20-minute videos. That's what I attempted when I did Deathloop, because I actually tried to make them 20 minutes. I don't know, I just sort of went back to 30 minutes when I did Zelda. I think that game actually benefits more from a 30-minute time than, you know, than just 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes would have been fine. It's just, you know, a game like Zelda, you really think a half hour is better, but who knows. Yo, the Zelda videos actually did really good. By Zelda, I mean A Link to the Past, not the OG Zelda. Excuse me. I know I didn't really make that clear, but I am talking about A Link to the Past for SNES, my playthrough on that. You know, that was a really fun playthrough to do, because, you know, I've been playing, like, Xenoblade and other games that I'm sort of doing blind playthroughs on, and that's fun and all, but it's like, it can be stressful not knowing when to really call an episode, and just, like, not knowing what's coming up next, you know. How hard is this boss? How hard is this little section, you know? Things like that. Whereas A Link to the Past, that's a game I've played a lot over the years, and it's a game I enjoy immensely, so I know that game very well. I definitely like to do like Ocarina of Time, because there's a game I know better than A Link to the Past. It's Ocarina of Time. That's a game that I love immensely, and that's a really good game. And I know some people want to parrot, you know, certain former Newgrounds animators on the quality of Ocarina of Time, and I'm not going to pretend it's a flawless game or that it's aged, you know, beautifully, because quite honestly, it does show its age in some places, but it's also just, you know, it's a really good game, and you can't let your bitterness of games going 3D get in the way of that. It's still Zelda. You have a lot of opinions on certain people's opinions on Ocarina of Time, because I think they're not really good opinions, honestly. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, sure, but it's like, you also kind of need to know what you talk about, other than I don't like thing because... And that's ultimately what that, you know, person's opinion kind of boils down to, is I don't like thing because, you know, they say that it holds gaming back, and I'm like, in what way does it hold gaming back? Like, it was an influential title for a reason. I mean, you can't really blame gaming, sort of looking at this very successful game, this very influential game, and what it did, and, you know, try to sort of use that as, you know, an inspiration. I don't know, man. I know I'm kind of being vague about who I'm talking about. I think, hopefully, you guys know who I am. So I really don't want to direct hate towards this individual. Like, they're a much bigger YouTuber than I'm punching up, no doubt. But it's also like, I do, in a way, still have respect for this individual, this content creator. Because I'd be lying if I said I wasn't in some way inspired by them. I think what also makes me defensive about Ocarina of Time is a lot of people seem to have come out of the woodwork to sort of parrot those claims. And it's like, yeah, I get it. I saw that video they made too. But just because a famous YouTuber gives their opinion on something doesn't mean you just, you know, parrot that opinion. I mean, listen to what they have to say, sure, and then experience it for yourself and come up with your own opinion, basically. I mean, I get it, you're not always going to be wanting to try out something. If something doesn't genuinely interest you, I mean, by all means, you're not obligated to, you know, play that game or watch that movie, but sometimes it's just very obvious when you're parroting someone's beliefs, especially if said beliefs are already, like, uninformed and, you know, unfair and incorrect, honestly. Like the individual I'm talking about, they seem to just dislike, you know, when games transition to 3D. Like, they did grow up in a generation where the SNES was like the current console, and that, you know, after the SNES came the N64, and then games were in 3D. So I'm sure that was a bit of a culture shock. If you're around the NES, then SNES, and then all of a sudden Nintendo goes in a 3D direction. Mario's in 3D, Zelda's in 3D. Like, they're not top-down or side-scrollers anymore, they're exploring 3 dimensions, and, you know, because it is like their first 3D console, it doesn't look the prettiest. Even then it didn't look the prettiest, now it doesn't look the prettiest, but I don't know, there's like all these old boomer gamers that just like to shit on the N64's graphics because they didn't look good, because like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask didn't look good, but but A Link to the Past looked good, and like A Link to the Past looks amazing for its time, but it's also comparing apples to oranges, the graphics of those games, really, because it's like you're comparing a console that more or less had 2D gaming figured out compared to a 3D gaming console that was like among the first of its kind, like among the first true 3D gaming consoles to actually do really well. And you're shitting on it for not looking great. It's like, of course it doesn't look great. It's like they're still trying to figure that shit out. I think a lot of people just forgot that, you know, before you can run, you have to learn to walk, and that goes for the power capabilities of, you know, gaming consoles. Like, yeah, the Nintendo 64 doesn't look great these days, but, I mean, back then, it looked pretty good. I mean, shit, man, I remember seeing, you know, Ocarina of Time, seeing Hyrule Field go from sunrise to sunset. I thought that was pretty amazing, because I really hadn't seen that in a video game before. I don't even know if there's any SNES games that could do that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, it's just a neat thing to see. And if games didn't go 3D, like, where would gaming be now? That would stagnate, you know, the industry, and that would hold gaming back. Is the refusal to adapt to the times, and refusal to really do more with technology. Like, you can't remark on how good games look these days and not give credit to the ones that came before. It'd be like me saying, why bother playing an Atari 2600? Those graphics look like shit. Like, of course it does. It was the best they could do at the time. You know, even back then, there were games that just looked bad compared to the rest. But even so, it's like it's not all gonna look pretty 10, 20, 30 years down the line. There's gonna come a time where the graphics we have now with the PS5 and Xbox Series X and even PC, and how those games comparatively look like shit compared to whatever gaming is gonna look like somewhere down the line. But it's like, it was the best they could do with the technology they had. They're figuring things out. They're still figuring things out. I don't know. I guess I get defensive on the N64 because a lot of boomers can't get with the times. Haven't really figured out. Well, boomers and zoomers, I guess. It's like all the 80s kids that are mad that Nintendo went 3D. And all the zoomers that grew up with modern consoles, not knowing that, you know, games looked rough back in the day. And they're gonna look pretty rough even, like, in the future. Like, these modern games. Someone's gonna think they look like shit. Alright, I'm gonna awaken my orbit. And I had a lot of talk about Zelda and the Nintendo 64. I will say this about the Nintendo 64. Too bad about the third-party support that it didn't really get. I guess, you know, I can understand the wanting to stay with cartridges, but, you know, that's a decision that really hurt Nintendo, let's be honest. Because all these CDs-based games, like on the Sega Saturn and especially the Sony PlayStation, like, those were amazing-looking games. Like, even back then. Oh, shit. I have all these shrimps and deadbeats with shields. I can't even get to what's down there because there's just so many of them. Ah, fuck. Big deadbeat. Okay. Gonna see if I can make my way down there now. Sort of have to do this. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Holy shit. Grab some more of these gems. That's gonna help me out a lot. That's what I really need. Okay. Credit card. Anyway, I'm gonna go down here. Got my special ready. I'll save that for later. Alright. Gonna try to leave these burgers alone so that, you know, they could be my lifelines. Alright, glow stick level 2, of course. Alright, another BL book. Max out my BL book. Get big, there we go. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas for now. Gotta watch out, try not to be in the middle of things when Sana inevitably gets small again. Gotta watch out for these saplings. That's how far I've gotten. Now the saplings have appeared. Then there's the owls. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is probably the best run so far, I want to say. Uh-oh. Blocks. Elite Lava Bucket 4. Shit. Really, really screwed. Fuck, I'm not gonna last. Okay. Yep, that's it. Got enough for a gacha though, so we're gonna head on over to the gacha section. Main menu, shop, character gacha. I want counsel and hope. Debut, who am I getting? Oh, got Sana again. I think I have enough for one more. Let's do it. Who am I getting? Faye again. Alright, well, the 2 Australians got upgraded. I am gonna end the video here. I'm gonna do one more video with Sana in the future. So, yeah, I'll do that later. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd do me a solid, leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification bell and share this video around. I do appreciate your support. But that's it, everyone. I'm JT Gunner, and this is HoloCure. And I will see you next time, so I'll see you later.